Get aligned. What does that even mean? We are going to be talking about that. It's about being in the flow state and allowing things to really get themselves done. My name is Serenity Iris. Welcome to my podcast and this channel. I'm super happy that you are here. If you are new and haven't subscribed yet and resonate with this, definitely hit the subscribe and receive notifications for my future episodes. And if you can resonate with any of the ideas that I'm sharing with you today, feel free to share a comment. So the universe has been basically hitting me over the head with this one big lesson lately, and let me know if you can relate. So I tend to like to plan, or I used to like to plan. This is the lesson that I meant to release the over planning, the overthinking. And the way I've been learning about this is that things haven't been going according to the plan in many areas of my life. And what's happening is what's unfolding is even better and even more beautiful and even more amazing than what I was trying to configure and plan with my overthinking. And so I'm still in the process of releasing this, but when I do release it, it's been amazing. So last night, actually, as an example, I found myself working on a project that I've been meaning to get to for quite a while. And I had some ideas of how it should go, and I was like trying to think about how it would all come together. And what I found was yesterday, my body was just moving into the inspired action. I was in that flow state, that zone. And it was fascinating because it wasn't anything that I had predetermined, that I elaborately planned out. I just started, and then I just kept going with that. I wasn't overthinking it. I was coming from the heart. So the project was I was building out a new landing page for a masterclass, actually. So you'll see the description. And by the time we share this episode, I'm sure the new landing page for the free training, the free masterclass will be there, so you can check it out. But I found that the words were flowing differently. I found that I was speaking more from my heart. I was connected and I felt aligned with my soul's purpose, and it was just flowing out from me. It was flowing through me, which is a very different experience than, okay, well, I'm just going to hammer this down and think about all of these details, and they've got to come in this way, in this order. And it, first of all, that was very exhausting, that approach. Sometimes it's helpful, right? Sometimes it's helpful to bring order, but I've been finding that older approach hasn't been working as well for me. Can you relate these days? So I'll walk you through what happened. I had planted the seed of an idea into my subconscious mind, and then my body just started to move in the direction of that. So I wasn't even planning on working on this landing page for my website for my business last night, but it just started to happen and unfold. And then the more I got into it, the more I was kind of tinkering with the words and some of the images, the more enthusiasm and inspiration flowed through. So I was in that flow state. I wasn't judging. I wasn't thinking about what will other people think. I was just in that creative state. And it's a really powerful one. So this can come through you. Maybe you have a creative idea. Maybe you're walking down the street and then you see an image or hear a song lyric, or you're reading a book or a passage or some website, and then there's like a few words or a line or an idea that jumps out. that oftentimes is the spark, right? So you capture that spark and then you go with it, and then the next thing unfolds and this unfolds from there, and it's this cascade of unfolding, and then before you know it, you find yourself like your body is in the motion of the thing. Does this make sense to you? I hope it does. So the other way to contrast is, I have this project. I am going to outline all these things that I plan on doing, and then what can happen for me is if I don't get to all of them, maybe I get to 8 out of the 10 things, but the 2 that I don't get to, I have a history of like being hard on myself for that, and then I only see the 2 that I didn't get to, and then I'm overthinking, and like I'm like, well, why? I'm trying to problem solve and get into that mode of, why didn't that happen? How can we correct this? And then we come up with these different strategies, which can be helpful. Like strategizing, planning can also be inspired. It can come from that creative flow state. But if it's coming from like a very mechanical, heavy-handed, overthinking kind of a way, I have found that the universe is like, oh, let's just scrap all of that. We have a different plan for you. And then for me lately, I just get to that point of like just surrendering. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm getting the message. I've pushed too hard in this way, and it's just not working out no matter how hard I try. Can you relate to this? Oh my gosh. And it can feel humbling. It can feel like things are being totally shaken up, and that's a good thing, because in that state, it's like then the capacity to receive divine coordination, the divine inspiration has some space. It finally has some space, because I'm not cluttering it all up with the idea of how I think it should go, and I'm allowing it to unfold. So this is a little bit different. I've done my best to articulate what that process feels like, what it can look like. Maybe you have examples as well of this process. And in one of my, actually, I have 2 special trainings that are free. You'll see them in the description. One of them covers the process of how, when I really had my back against the wall there, and nothing was going to my plan, I really had to open up and surrender to greater possibility, right? The divine plan. So you'll see that as one of my masterclass trainings, where I go into the 3-part sacred sales system. If you're interested in enrolling more ideal clients, that's a training that you'll want to check out. And then the other training masterclass is a vibration shift, where it's very experiential. It's very relaxing. I do this with my clients from all over the world every week, and we get into this beautiful state so that we raise and shift our vibration. And from this shifted place, it's much easier for there to be that divine inspiration, that divine coordination. So you can check out that if that's what you're feeling like it, would be helpful for you right now. So both of those links are in the description, so you can check them out. They're totally free for you to enjoy and learn and experience. And yeah. Let me know if you're feeling like you're in alignment right now and you're allowing yourself to be in that creative flow state, or if you feel like you've been like overthinking and overplanning. I have experienced both. So it's all part of our amazing human experience, and let me know if I can help you in any way, and I'd be happy to. So I will talk to you soon. We will cover another topic and theme and go deeper on what what I'm kind of feeling into, what I'm experiencing these days, and I'll share that. If you have a question or a theme that you want me to explore for one of the future episodes, feel free to pop that into the comments as well. I'm Serenity Iris, and I'll talk to you soon.